What's up, guys? Welcome back to our podcast. This is the Not Made in Japan podcast. Today, it's just Nick. Oh, it's just Nick and I. We're gonna talk about some current news and then just kind of chat for a little bit. Nick, say hello.
What's going on, guys? It's great to be back. Hopefully, for our YouTube audience, we can finally have another upload. It's been a while. We've had some interesting pickups in the road, to say the least.
All right, whatever. All right, moving on. Jumping right into it. How you been? You been all right, Nick? You been surviving?
I've been hanging in there, just finishing out the school year.
Yeah.
Same old,
Just
same
so
old.
everyone knows, we are very, very new to Streamlabs and streaming. I'm doing my best here. Literally sat here for about an hour before we started this trying to figure out how to do widgets because I kept editing them and they wouldn't save, but whatever. I'll deal with that later. Before we jump into some news, Nick, what have you been watching and reading lately?
Well, so particularly, I started reading Dr. Stone, and I know we said that we were thinking about saving that for the podcast, which I just thought maybe I'll just get ahead, but like I just heard on three different other anime podcasts and YouTube channels that the manga is so good, so I had to check out the hype for myself. But other than that, I'm actually almost through season 3 of Attack on Titan, actually. So,
There you go. That's a
um,
big accomplishment.
yeah. See, here's the thing. I kind of got a hot take on it. I think Attack on Titan is solid. Like it's good,
If you're
but
gonna say you think it's overrated, that's not a hot take. A lot of people say that.
I don't think it's necessarily
Well,
overrated.
remember, overrated doesn't mean bad. It just gets too much hype.
I feel like there's all these people that are saying like it's the greatest anime ever. It's the greatest piece of fiction. It's as good as Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, and that's just not true.
I think there are parts of it that are really good, but there's also parts of it that don't hit the same. And I'm caught up on
Yeah,
Attack on Titan, not the manga, but the anime at least.
yeah, and I you'll have that with pretty much just about any show. Like worth its salt. You'll have some spots that are good, some spots that are bad. You know, I mean, even One Piece has a long ring, long land arc.
Always with One Piece, man. Always has to come up.
Yeah. Okay. Hunter x Hunter has
All of
Greed
it.
Island.
All right. Anyway, actually, you know how we were kind of briefly off stream talking about doing like a fight night kind of thing? I got an idea for that. That could be fun. So what we're gonna do is instead of a fight night thing, we all come with our own hot takes, right, on different categories. And then those hot takes, like we say them and then we argue, debate, whatever them for however long we give. And I think that'd be a fun way to do it.
I gotcha. Yeah, hot takes.
Yeah, hot
Uh,
takes. And we'll think of some clever name that no one's ever thought of. Of course, so no one's ever thought of before.
yeah. Well, Fight Night. No one's ever thought of
No,
that.
that's never
So I
been
mean,
done.
we got it on stream. So shoot the
It's never gonna happen.
people.
Copyright it. No one has ever done that before. Anyway, it's funny that you talked about Attack on Titan because that segues me into my first category for news.
What are you reading and watching?
Oh, I've been extremely busy. I haven't really had time to watch or read anything. I'm still working through Kuroko no Basket.
How's that one doing?
It's actually pretty good. I'm enjoying it. It doesn't hit the same
Is
as
it as
Haikyuu
good or
for me.
better than Haikyuu?
It doesn't hit the same, but I'm also not as far. I'm still in the first season because I haven't had time to watch more of it. But we'll see.
Haikyuu just couldn't hold me very well. I think I've
I
watched
thought
like
you
10
liked Haikyuu.
episodes. I don't think it's bad. It's kind of in the same thing as like Code Geass for me. Like Code Geass, I think like what I've watched is good, but it's like I have no ambition or no motivation to just keep watching it. Even
That's fair.
though from what I've heard, Code Geass has the greatest end ending in
A lot of people
anime,
put Code Geass up there with
ending in
Full Metal
fiction.
Alchemist Brotherhood.
Yeah, I've heard that. Plenty of people have said like Code Geass is up there. I've heard some people say Attack on Titan's up there. I've heard some delusional people who said that My Hero's up there.
Hey, you don't want to get canceled, right? Don't talk trash about My Hero. We'll get
Well, who are we
canceled.
going to talk trash about? You know what? I've even heard some people put Sword Art Online way up there.
Whoa, hold on now. You know what's funny? Is back when I first watched Sword Art, I really liked it. Like, I was a big fan of Sword Art when I first watched it. I think I might have said this before.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Its first 13 episodes, really good. The fairy stuff,
I think
really.
that the characters are all bland. There's
Yeah.
absolutely zero character development.
Okay, so here's how I would say. The first 13 episodes set up a ton of potential, and then just absolutely is like, just completely just gets rid of all the hype, all the potential from it, and says, "Hey, let's speed run this, and then go to something that nobody wants and nobody asked for."
Yeah, pretty
But
much.
then I thought Gun Gale the Gun Gale arc was not half bad. I thought it got a little.
Gun Gale was alright.
I feel like it was them trying to dip their shonen-esque sword art
Into like a
into like
grungy
more
kind of...
more of a seinen type, where like at that point there were real stakes. Well,
Yeah.
not to say that there weren't real stakes in the beginning, but like people were starting to like murder other people
Yeah.
like outside of the video game.
I agree. No, you're definitely right about that. But no, back to what I was saying, I really liked Sword Art when it first came out. Like, it was one of my favorite shows at the time when I was first watching it the first and second time. But the more I watched it, the less I wanted to watch it. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Like,
kind
I
of.
kept
Yeah.
watching it, and I was like, like, a lot of shows, right? Most of the shows I've watched that I've enjoyed, I could rewatch a lot. Right? I could rewatch Bleach. I have multiple times. I could rewatch Naruto. Even to an extent, some arcs of Fairy Tail, some arcs of One Piece, some arcs of what am I thinking? I said Fairy Tail. I said One Piece. Some arcs of
Naruto.
Black Clover. I already said Naruto. Like, there's a lot, like,
Oh,
shows I enjoy. I could rewatch, right? At least certain
yeah.
parts of it.
But you're telling me that you're not just going to continuously go through the loop of 970 episodes of One Piece and
Absolutely
just
not.
keep looping back through? Or
I would have to get
what?
through Dressrosa first.
That's true. But you still need to jump back into it because,
Dude, it's so boring. The pacing is so bad.
dude, you're
The
you're
pacing
at
is
like
so bad.
you're at one point where it's like a joke, like where Oda creates the joke for the pacing with the whatever the dragon's name was. Like it was literally a meme, and you're stuck. You're
It's
stuck.
been
You
like
got One Piece
7
on hold.
episodes of 2 minutes in the actual universe passing. What do you mean?
Well, so Dressrosa was
Please
like
defend
what
it.
100 episodes or so, and
Dressrosa is significantly more than 100 episodes.
I think it's like 110.
Um,
I'd have to look. But like
I think it's
Dressrosa's
like,
like,
it's like 120.
is it 120? Well, Dressrosa's like 120 episodes, and it's like an afternoon, and
Yeah.
somehow
Yeah,
all
0
of
time
that
passes.
happens in an afternoon.
Luffy fights in an entire tournament. The rest of the
He
Straw
fights.
Hats travel across the entire island and back twice. Okay, one of the times they were flying with the midgets, but still.
I know, but That happens in an afternoon.
Yeah,
100 episodes in an afternoon. At least at least Wano, which we're in right now, which is like long. It's officially longer than Dressrosa. It has already had more chapters, but now it has more anime episodes,
mm-hmm.
I believe, or I might have that backwards. It has more chapters now
That's all right.
officially.
I won't hold it against you.
But like, I think Wano's only about 2/3 of the way through, roughly. Just based on because I don't think we've gotten to the climax, and you know how One Piece, they have to have that nice extended resolution.
Plus, you forgot the feast after.
Well, that's part of the resolution. I was gonna say plus the like. All right, let's drop in somewhere else in the world and see what
irrelevant piece of thing is going on right
what
now.
Kobe's doing, or
Kobe decided to have lunch today. His lunch is...
Dang it, that's spoilery.
His lunch?
Actually...
You're kidding me.
No. But what Kobe's doing right now is actually pretty insane.
He's probably training Geppo and stuff.
I no, because we know exactly what he is doing right now.
I don't.
And I don't want to spoil it because it's pretty sweet.
He's banging Sabo's mom.
You know what? Honestly, like that would be less surprising than like what is actually happening. Well, actually, no, it's not, because he would have to be all the way in the East Blue at the Goa Kingdom, which actually Stelly is the ruler of at this point. So I think Sabo's mom might be dead.
Hey, that's a spoiler.
But yeah, crazy. Sabo's birth mom and dad is just complete spoiler.
That is a spoiler.
But I'm telling you that Stelly, his adopted brother from, you know, who we saw in the arc for the time skip, is now the ruler of the Goa Kingdom. I don't think that's a terrible spoiler, because you don't drop in on the Goa Kingdom very often, and if you do, you find out what Makino's doing, and she's usually just sitting in her bar reading the newspaper, waiting for Shanks to come back for that booty call.
Pretty much.
Dude, that's what it is. It's just what I said back in our side characters episode.
That wasn't side characters, was it?
Yeah, side characters who deserve their own show. The Shanks and Makino slice of life.
I edited that, of course I know.
But,
I edited that entire video. I hope you know I'm giving you all this time to talk about One Piece, so you just can't bring it up for the rest of the day. You didn't know that, did you?
Well, you got me going.
Gotcha.
I've got 970 episodes of stuff to talk about.
If you could actually talk about every episode, I'm disgusted with you.
I can't talk about every episode. Honestly, I haven't watched every episode. I did skip a couple of fillers here and there.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, fake fan, huh?
Fake fan, dude. Feels bad to be a fake fan, doesn't it?
Yeah, I'm just absolutely mortified. Wait, so where did we start?
News. I haven't even gotten to news yet.
Wait, how'd you get me on One Piece?
You act like it's difficult to do.
What, we're talking about anime? Oh,
One Piece. There was this one time in One Piece that I liked it. That's pretty much it's all it takes.
Maybe I should just read all of JoJo's, so every time any conversation comes up, I can be like, well, that's a JoJo's reference.
Oh, God. I'm also setting up all of my transitions and things so that when I talk about news, I can throw the picture up on the screen. That way, at least the image is what we're talking about, so people can see it. So yeah, I was stalling for multiple reasons.
Many reasons. Are we still gonna go with our topic that we?
No, probably not. We'll just wait for that because that's more fun with more people.
True.
For anyone that doesn't know, our topic was originally going to be anime entrances, anime character entrances. Obviously, not the first time they show up, but a time they show up that's impactful. An example would be like Naruto in the Hidden Leaf during the pain fight, where he shows up on the frogs. Yes, it's very well done and it's really cool, but it's overused, and that's like the quintessential thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Just it doesn't necessarily mean it's the first time the character's introduced.
Right.
It's just the character comes into screen.
Right. All right. Do you have the stream pulled up, by the way, on a device? Are you watching it somehow?
Yes, I have it pulled up.
No, you don't.
I really do.
I
You
can
want me to
see who's in
Snapchat
the
you?
chat, bro.
I am not signed in, so that.
Oh, so but
might
you can
be
see a
one
screen?
thing. Yes.
All right, watch this. Ready? I'm real proud of this. Hold on, there it is. Boom, transitions.
Urodaki, Attack on Titan.
Yeah, because the first piece of news is Attack on Titan. So the manga is officially over at chapter 139. A special message was left after the last chapter, thanking fans for reading and sharing in the experience. But at the end, they said, "Our battle is only getting started." This could be a number of things. Initially, Besashu Shonen Magazine, the magazine that publishes Attack on Titan, used Attack on Titan as its launching point. So this could mean two things, right? It could mean they're saying they're going to have a lot more like really good stuff coming, or there is more from the Attack on Titan universe.
Spin-off series.
There could be a spin-off series. Once you catch up, then we can talk about spin-off series.
Yeah.
Additionally, go ahead. You have something to say about that?
The Ackerman family spin-off. The
Anyway,
Ackermans 100 years ago.
moving on. Additionally, with Attack on Titan, a little bit of Attack on Titan and Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood news. The authors are having a joint interview. That's always fun, right? Because do you remember when I talked about Tite Kubo and the Jujutsu Kaisen author when they had that little interview? I'm going to assume that's a no.
No, I remember you talked about how like Tite Kubo,
He said he likes girls with big boobs.
yeah.
Long story short, yeah. So those interviews are always
I
fun.
think that was just a reference to like him.
You think that's a JoJo's reference?
No, I think that's a reference to him. It's a Toto reference, not a JoJo reference.
Oh my god. Actually, that'd be nuts.
Well, it is because that's what Toto's thing is. Is that like when he meets
big
someone,
butts.
Well, no, but his shtick is that he asks like, "What's your
True.
taste in women?" And then Tite Kubo might have just beat him to the punch with it.
That's true. Maybe
As a joke.
Maybe Toto is based off Tite Kubo. I mean, there are a lot of similarities between Bleach and Jujutsu Kaisen. It would not surprise me. You know how crazy that would be?
A very seinen-esque shonen anime.
Well,
so
all right. Let me put you on this, right? Curses, hollows. A lot of the same kind of things. They both are born from human despair. Right?
yeah,
Cursed energy, spiritual pressure. That's real similar. You got the main character. Although I will say Ichigo is like 100 times smarter than Yuji. Because Yuji's kind of an idiot. Main character that has powers that he shouldn't have, but those powers are also trying to take him over. And then, there's character similarities like Megami is a lot like Uryu.
Gojo's like
Gojo's
Kakashi.
That's a different show.
Well, you know what? If
And actually, if you want to say that, I think Gojo's personality is more fitting of Kisuke Urahara from Bleach because they're very similar.
I actually would have to agree. I, I would say, well, based on what I've seen,
And you haven't really seen Kisuke's
say
highlight
Ghost
yet.
Joe's. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I've only watched the Soul Society arc.
Yeah. But no, that's kind
I
of
do.
my thoughts on that.
I do plan on continuing when I figure out where I can continue.
I mean,
Is
you
it
can.
all on Hulu?
Yeah, it's all on Hulu. Dub and
Okay.
sub. They're both very well done, so don't worry about that. The dub's really good, sub's really good. So
That's what I've been watching is the dub.
anyway,
Well,
moving on. No, go ahead.
well, you know me, I'm like, uh, dub is like 99% of the time what I'm gonna be watching if it's well done.
Yeah, because there are some dubs that are just really bad.
Demon Slayer.
Oh, God. All right, moving on. Next
I,
topic.
I,
What?
I, I tried it. It's bad.
It
I
is
don't
really.
like
It
it.
is. It's just really bad. I will
But
say
the sub
initially
is
I
so good.
hated the Jujutsu Kaisen dub, but now I don't think it's as bad. I think it's all right. It's not as good as the sub, but it's not bad.
I have not watched either, but I've read some.
It's true. All right, moving on. A little bit of Boruto Naruto news. We'll keep it really short. The Kawaki, I think that's how you say his name, arc is currently being animated, and apparently it's one of the best arcs in Boruto. So we'll see about that. I don't know. I know nothing about Boruto.
Wait, I got a question about our stream. So that Urodaki like turning his head, that is your transition?
Yep. He's looking at the
Oh,
next
okay.
thing.
Is it Urodaki or Urokodaki?
Depends on who you're talking to.
Okay. So nobody knows.
It's just like Geese. Is it Gi? Giyu? Gui? Who knows?
I don't know, but I bought one of them like jackets that look like his.
Literally already have one. You are
Well,
literally
I'm getting
copying
one.
me. How does it
I did
feel to
not
be
know that.
unoriginal? I literally told you when we were pre-order or when we were all pre-ordering our tickets for the Mugen Train movie that I bought one.
All right, well then I'm seeing the movie first, so I'm just gonna spoil you.
I already told you I'm not talking to you between you seeing the movie and me seeing the movie.
But we have a podcast episode we plan on
Skipping
doing
it.
between.
Uh,
Can't. You're the only one that can't skip.
I know I'm the only one that you and I are the only ones that don't skip.
That's true.
That's why we're taking so
That's
long for
true.
news.
Shots fired to the other two guys who.
It's alright. They don't watch it anyway when they're not in it.
Yeah.
They won't hear it.
Well,
All
shots
right.
fired anyway.
Moving on. A
Coming
little
at you,
Black
Tanner and
Clover
Zach.
news. Yeah, call them out. Little Black Clover news. Boom.
Asta becomes the Magic King.
The Magic King Austin. Now, apparently, people are. There's a lot of online drama. I don't know what it is with this year. I guess it's since the Thousand Year Blood War arc for Bleach has been announced and the season's coming soon, right? For some reason, the Bleach fandom is just awake. And it's not very big. Like it's probably the smallest of the big three fandoms. But they're very vocal now. So, apparently in the latest chapter of Black Clover, at least at the time of me writing down this news, which is chapter 289, I don't know if that's still the latest chapter. It looks like Asta goes into a Bankai form. I don't know what that means because I haven't read it. But I think it's just so funny because what was it 3 weeks ago where they said that Gold Rogers copied a Getsuga Tensho.
Yeah. Well, that was you guys.
I saw that
I don't know.
TikTok and that made me say it because bro, that literally looks like Gold Rogers threw a Getsuga Tensho.
Yeah. It also looks like Dragon Quest, that move.
No one
Whatever
likes
you thought about
Dragon
that.
Quest.
Well, so came before Bleach. Oh, this dog
Whatever.
is gonna make me throw a fit.
Also, Viz recently conducted a popularity poll in the United States. Top 3 characters: number 3, Noelle; number 2, Yami; number 1, Asta. No surprise there. I'm not going through all 100, so you can just worry about it on your own
Although I
time.
think Noelle being number 3 is kind of high for her.
Well, she's had a lot of like development in the newest arc that got animated before it ended. I think.
She would honestly be a decent protagonist for a shonen anime, like a female shonen anime.
Maybe.
Well, like she starts off like she's not necessarily powerless,
I
but
think
she
she's a good
starts off
side
with
character because she develops with Asta because they're the same age. They both have zero experience. But this kind of it shows. By the way, you like this picture? It's a good picture.
I do.
It shows kind of how Asta's mindset, when given to extremely powerful people with magic, can make them extremely powerful. Because he's got the not giving up, the standard shonen protagonist mindset. But there's something different about Asta than the other ones that have the whole motivational side. He inspires people better, and you can legitimately see it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get you. Yeah.
Like the scene that comes to mind is after he couldn't use his arms after the Varel fight, and
Yeah.
he was standing on the ledge, and all the Black Bulls are watching him, and he was like, "Well, fate, you did it to me again. You took everything from me when I finally had the power to fight. Yada yada yada." And then they're all just like feeling bad for him, and then he says, "Well, so what?" or something like that. I'll still kick you in the ass or something. I don't remember what exactly he said, but that's essentially what it was.
Yeah. And this is not me trying to like bring in One Piece, but
Oh
Asta's
my
got that
god.
real Luffy vibe to like where he just gets people to rally around him.
I like Asta as a character better. Here's why. Because I don't want to word this. Asta and Luffy are very similar, right? They're both on the border of being brainless. And they're
Yeah.
both just extremely powerful. But one of my biggest gripes with Luffy all this time, what is it?
He runs headlong into danger with no regard for his own life.
That's pretty close. I was going to say, I don't think he's a very good leader. He runs at 100 miles per
You
hour
you
and
you
expects everyone behind him
you
to do the same.
you cut out. What did you say
I
just
said he's not
before?
a very good leader.
Oh,
Because how many times has he abandoned the crew? And I'm not talking about abandoning Zoro or Sanji. I'm talking about like just straight up dipping on Usopp and Nami and Chopper, who don't fight. Right? I'm looking at you, Punk Hazard. Just dipping. And then they're left to ass pull against extremely powerful opponents. Or just get the shit kicked out of him and then motivate Luffy later
no,
that
if you
they're
remember
knocked out.
Punk Hazard, they stayed on. They were supposed to just stay on the ship,
Why
and
why would anyone ever do that? Why would people stay on a pirate ship where you have no fighters? What if a navy ship comes rolling up with an admiral on it or a vice admiral on it? Then you lose your ship, you
um,
lose your navigator, you lose your sniper, you
wasn't
lose your
Sanji still
doctor.
there?
No, Sanji was the first one to run off, wasn't he? Because there was a female voice over the intercom.
No, because it was Kinemon.
Oh, it was the gas, right? The gas knocked them all out.
Yeah, I think Sanji was still on board. Yeah, it was just him and Zoro
Hmm.
and Robin.
See, even
What?
Robin, to an extent, is a better fighter than Nami, Usopp, Chopper. Alright, well, I guess post time skip Chopper has Kung Fu Point or whatever the hell it's called.
Monster Point.
Well, that too, but like, come on. He only uses that in Fishman Island. He was walking around in
Yeah.
Kung Fu Point for like 30 episodes.
In the manga, he just had a Monster Point moment that was pretty lit.
Do you know how long between moments Chopper gets?
That's not his only moment.
He doesn't have very
And
many.
he's he's not like the most intriguing character. He's probably, and this is kind of a hot take from One Piece fans, but he's probably one of my least favorite Straw
I
Hats.
don't think that's a very hot take. I think a lot of people don't like him.
I think it's either Chopper is in your top 3 favorite Straw Hats, or he is in your bottom 3.
Let's get on with the news, and then you know what? I'll talk a little more One Piece with you, but let's get through the news. Next is Fire Force. Hold on, let me pull up this picture. Fire Force was nominated for the 45th Kodansha Award to honor top manga series. It got honored along with The Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime. The manga has reached 15 million copies in circulation. They haven't before they released volume 28. They haven't released it yet. Previous works from the same team, which is Soul Eater, was at 19.6 million copies at the end of volume 25, which is when the show ended. That's cool. I like Fire Force. It's fun.
I have not seen it, but I definitely will watch it.
The best time is when
Eventually.
season 2 ends. Because is season 2 over? I can't remember.
I think so. I don't know.
I don't remember.
I don't know. But remember our deal. When I watch Fire Force, you have to watch Magi.
Was it Fire Force? I thought it was something else.
That was Fire Force and Magi.
I don't know why I thought it was something else.
Because they are comparable in length, I think.
I thought Magi was 3 seasons long.
It is, but I think one's only 10 episodes.
For some reason, all my photos just crashed. I have to restart them.
Oh.
That's not cool. Anyway, we'll move on. I just want to have a photo for this one. Quintessential Quintuplets. The manga has reached 15 million copies in circulation. They also are getting a second season. I don't know if I announced that news already or not. I feel like I did, but who knows. That's cool. I haven't watched it yet. You haven't watched it. I want to watch it, but I just haven't yet.
I don't even know what it's about.
I think it's a slice of life anime.
So, more than likely, it's got to be really, really good for me to watch it.
I've heard it's really good, so. Alright, cool. This is the picture I have. So this is the picture. No, I have this one. I'll use this one. Next is a little bit of Bleach news. Let's click this. There we go. The Bleach Brave Souls is heading to the PS4. Bleach Brave Souls is a mobile game that is extremely successful on both the phone and the PC, with over 55 million downloads. This is the first Bleach game to be on a home console since Bleach Soul Resurrection on the PS3, which was actually a lot of fun. It has been over 10 years since a Bleach game has been on a home console. So that's cool. I actually play Brave Souls quite regularly. It's really good. It's really fun.
Well, if you think about it, Jump Force is a Bleach game because
Dude, Bleach gets so much disrespect in that game, though. Bleach doesn't have a map.
Yeah, but
in the intro video to the game, you have Luffy, Naruto, and Goku, but you don't have Ichigo. What? Really? Come on.
Maybe Bleach just instead of in the big 3, maybe he just belongs in the medium 3.
The big 3 is literally non-debatable.
I know.
It's just not debatable. It was getting the big 3 were getting insane manga sales numbers when manga didn't sell. So we'll just leave it at that. We're not getting into the big 3 today.
That'll be for a throwdown fight night.
Well, if you bring Bleach in, dude, I will fight you on Bleach. And you know I will.
Hey,
What is
you'll
next?
go to bat for Bleach.
Yeah, exactly. Um, where is it? So, are you familiar with the Attack on Titan covers, like how they look, that art style?
Yeah, well, kind of, yeah.
So, what's really cool is the author of Attack of what did I say the art style of?
The Attack on Titan
I was
covers.
wrong. Uh, the art style of the Tokyo Ghoul mangas, the covers. I think when you were over here, you looked at the covers of them, right? And you commented on how the weird the art looked on the cover.
I may have.
Anyway, it's a very unique style, and they were all hand drawn by Suyu Ishida, which is the author of Tokyo Ghoul. So to commemorate the end of Tokyo Ghoul's manga, Suyu Ishida drew Eren Yeager on, like, in the style of a Tokyo Ghoul cover, and it's really good. Take a look at it. I just threw it up on the stream. It's really cool.
Oh,
I'm
that
a
is
fan.
kind of neat.
And it's really cool
That
because Tokyo Ghoul might be my favorite manga. Just because the anime is so trash.
Yeah, I still kind of want to read it.
You should. It's really
You
good.
know what? I'm just gonna say it actually kind of looks like Berserk art.
A little bit. A little bit. I can get behind that.
Like honestly, if you showed me that and said that that was Guts, I'd be like, really?
All right, let's kind of speed on. We're taking a lot of time on news. I think we've been trying to pad it because we have nothing else to talk about.
True.
So, as you may or may not know, Meg the Stallion, who is a icon now throughout the world, has multiple times vocally showed her love for anime. She recently professed her love for Yu Yu Hakusho's opening theme and said it is her favorite opening in all of anime. That's cool. I think it's really cool that anime is starting to get such a mainstream kind of presence, especially with stuff like this.
I don't know who Meg the Stallion is.
She's like a rapper, I think.
I see. Yeah, I'm
Um,
googling her right now. Yeah, for being well, I mean, I guess for being a high school teacher, I'm pretty out of touch with pop culture.
surprising. Either way, she's like an icon. So
But
notably,
I do know that
in the
like when
Jujutsu
something
Kaisen dub,
tastes good,
what?
I do know that when something tastes good, it's bussin'.
Oh yeah, exactly. Um, so notably, one of the main things that kind of really threw her into the anime scene was in the scene. You haven't seen it yet because it's in the Fair Exchange event for Jujutsu Kaisen. But in the dub, there was a celebrity. I think it was Jennifer Lawrence. Her name is said as the kind of girl that Toto likes, someone like that. And I think
Oh, I've seen him say that.
okay, yeah. They replace it with
I
Meg
think
the
that was
Stallion.
I think that was with I think that was when he was harassing Fushiguro?
Just say Megami.
Megami.
Yeah, but he says it again later to a different character, and they replaced it. The dub actor actually went in and replaced it with Meg the Stallion, like in a little one-off kind of thing that they posted on Twitter or something. And then
Really?
she then cosplay Todoroki, I think. So she's been
From
huge
My
in
Hero.
bringing, yeah. She's been huge in bringing the anime community into mainstream culture because it's already been making kind of a name more recently than not. But either way,
No, if you want to talk about someone bringing anime into the mainstream,
it's John
Israel
Cena.
Adesanya. Israel
Nick,
Adesanya.
you know how old that video is?
I do not care.
It's
That dude is always doing anime stuff.
When's the last time he
did
fought,
like
Nick?
a couple months ago.
Exactly. Irrelevant now.
Oh,
No, but
sorry,
the
you
stuff he
live
does is really
in.
cool. I saw that video. Shit,
It's mostly
a couple
Naruto
months ago.
stuff.
No, he did the Death Note thing.
Yeah, that's true. Wrote the name down in
Well,
the
he
Death
says
Note.
Gar's not Gar. Rock Lee's his favorite character because he has no special power. He just has taijutsu, and he's always the underdog. Which I mean, I
Yeah.
guess, but whatever. All right, speed run. Way of the House Husband is a Netflix original. People love it. Season 2 has been confirmed. You heard anything about it?
I've seen it on my feed, but
Mm.
have no ambition to watch it.
I heard it's
It
really funny.
well, mm, I'll rewatch Thriller Bark if I want funny.
Thriller Bark is not funny.
Are
Thriller Bark
you
is
kidding me?
so
The
stupid.
scene where
Here, if
Luffy
it makes you.
pushes the zombie back in the ground, it's as funny as
Oh, I thought you were
Pickle
going to
Rick.
say the transformation scene because I literally have that GIF already saved. I can play it.
Which one?
The
The
transformation scene?
the Nightmare Luffy?
No. Hold on. Oh, I don't have the whole
Dude,
GIF. I just have
uh,
the. I just have a pic.
imagine imagine Nightmare Luffy going gear fourth. Oh yeah, that was also really funny.
There you go. There's your picture. I saw the video for that the other day, and I'm just shocked, honestly, how on board Zoro and Sanji were.
That's what I thought that right when I was watching it. I'm like, dude, they've got to know that this looks so stupid.
Like, why is Zoro a leg?
Like,
Why isn't Zoro an arm?
yeah, that's true. But then again, you would have to expect Usopp to do some heavy lifting.
Make Chopper. Oh, Chopper's the head. He can't be the leg. There you go.
Yeah.
All right, speedrun
What if?
continues.
Okay. So here, let's talk
Save
about that
it.
for a
Save
second.
it. Save it. We need to get
Ah,
through the news. We only have a few more things. Shueisha's top 5 selling digital manga of all time, I guess, just for the digital age. Number 5, Promised Neverland. Number 4, Jujutsu Kaisen. Number 3, One Piece. Number 2, Kingdom. Number 1, Kimetsu no Yaiba, Demon Slayer. That's just digital sales, so that's cool.
I kind of want to read Kingdom because if it's
The anime's
not
trash.
selling, I did say read,
Mm-hmm.
didn't I? Yeah. Uh, if the manga is doing so well, like
People love the manga. But the thing is, I don't think it has an English release. I think it's all fan translated. I may be wrong on that, but I think that's the truth.
well, here's what I will say. Like just reading One Piece Weekly and reading both the fan translation and the official, I think the fan is more often than not better.
That's because the fan can make it whatever they want to say.
Well, so the thing that I've
Make it quick.
that so the thing that I've like realized and that some other people have is that it feels more uh like the dialogue and stuff is more realistic. It like
Mm-hmm.
feels more real. But the official translation tells the story more. It sticks
Mm-hmm.
more to the story than to like how the story would be really talked about.
Yeah.
And usually there's not that big of differences. Usually it's just like slight word changes.
Yeah. Eden Zero will be released fall 2021 on Netflix, most likely October. Fairy Tail Season 5 will be on Toonami. The first episode of Season 5 was number 6 in weekly anime episodes viewed. I think episode 2 was up there too in the top 5, I'm not sure. That came out today, I think. Or maybe yesterday. I didn't look at the numbers today. I've read what Season 5 is going to be, and I'm excited because it's probably my favorite bit of My Hero. It should be really good.
Yeah, it better be good because Gentleman Thief sucked.
Gentleman Thief was not good. Um,
It was
if
literally
I'll give
the
you a
worst
little tidbit. So I think the first half of this is going to be a big focus on the League of Villains. And then the second half is going to be not a training arc necessarily, but something similar to a training arc. Training/tournament arc. For the class, the first years. Or it could be flipped. They could start with one and go to the other after. I'm not sure. Canon, it doesn't really matter because they happen at the same time.
Is there like much for like time skips or anything? Because based on like
not really. It all kind of just goes one to one to one to one.
Really, like thumbnails and YouTube titles. I keep hearing about Deku becoming like more and more powerful and stuff, and it's like
you'll know why. You'll know why once it comes.
Well, I can make a pretty good guess based on thumbnails I read.
What's that?
Like he just keeps unlocking new powers and new quirks.
I wouldn't say unlocking, like he levels up to them. You'll see.
You'll
see. I think the story actually does a really good job. The manga does a really good job explaining it. So we'll see. Chainsaw Man took 8th place so far for the month of April in Times Magazine top graphic novels and manga. That's crazy. That's cool. Good for Chainsaw Man. The Chainsaw Man anime will release their trailer at MAPPA Stage 2021. MAPPA is the studio that's animating it, and that is something like their not awards show, but like kind of like E3, where they announce stuff and show stuff like that, and have different speakers and presentations and things like that. So that's what that is, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Since we talked about Kingdom a little bit, we'll wrap up on Kingdom. The Kingdom manga has 80 million copies in circulation, only including paper, like physical copies, not including digital copies. And I don't know if those numbers include fan translations. I don't know. But that's awesome. That's crazy. 80 million is a lot. Right, I think we're kind of just desensitized to big numbers with like Demon Slayer and Jujutsu Kaisen and One Piece and the latest Boruto chapters selling a lot, but still. Think about it. For a story that doesn't have an anime, 80 million is well, I guess it does have an anime, but a good anime, 80 million is a lot. So that's cool.
Yeah. I don't know. There's a lot of great manga that don't have great animes.
That could be a good topic one day. Anime that deserve the Brotherhood treatment.
Manga that deserve the Brotherhood treatment.
Yeah, I'll tell you one right off the top of my head. You ready? Tokyo Ghoul. It's just a shame because they try. They try so many times to double back. Akame ga Kill.
No, I've never seen it.
No, you should. It's good.
Promise Neverland.
Yeah, season 2's trash. I'm not gonna watch it. I'm really just not gonna watch it.
Dude, highly recommend reading it. It is so good.
I will.
It is so. Dude, the art that they skipped.
Goldie Pond.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's actually
that's why so many
amazing.
people were upset.
Well, I mean, I would say not only did they just skip that arc, they mega speed run.
Yeah, 156 chapters and 6 episodes or something like that.
150 on the nose in 150 chapters in the 12-episode season. And they skipped.
And wasn't it like the first 6 episodes were like 1 to 2 chapters, and then they were like, all right, all of it.
Yes. Based on the synopsis that I read.
Jesus.
So actually, like, the first 3 episodes are probably what the first 3 episodes of season 2 should be.
Mm-hmm.
And then the rest is just like, all right, finish everything in 9 episodes.
I don't know what happened with that, man.
I don't
just like, come on.
So here's what it sounds like it's going to be. it's just gonna all be plot convenience, like where instead of like them actually going through their trials and tribulations, they're actually just gonna stumble upon shit and
Mm.
then it's gonna just happen.
So, are you done the manga?
Yes.
I'm gonna give you a homework assignment to go watch it, and then tell me what's wrong with it. And then you just write those notes down, and then if we ever get stuck doing a two-man again, we'll just talk about it. I'll just let you
Okay.
unload it.
Dude, like reading the synopsis or
Nope,
the
you gotta watch it.
yeah, it makes me mad because I have made it very clear my love for the Promised Neverland manga.
Yeah.
Dude, when there is a reveal of a certain character, I literally have pulled up on my laptop screen a screenshot from a panel in the manga that is just it's so powerful it gives me chills just looking at the panel.
I'm glad. I'm glad you are enjoying manga. Anyway, wrap up news. Jujutsu Kaisen, 45 million copies in circulation. Like we're saying, dude, these numbers are insane. Right? Kingdom, Jujutsu Kaisen, Demon Slayer, One Piece, Promised Neverland. Their sales are just insane. The fact that you're in the double-digit millions to begin with is insane. But it doesn't matter. It seems like it doesn't matter what Demon Slayer puts out. It's going to sell like crazy. They put out fan books, and that was like in the top 10 sales for the week or something like that.
Dude, they could put out coloring books and,
And
and
it would
they'll
sell
sell.
3 million copies of it. It's
Like
crazy, man.
like we said, they're printing money at this point with Demon Slayer.
They really are.
I mean, I'm surprised they don't just like hold the writer, like kidnap him and force him write
You are
more
going to put more content out.
spin-off series, more Nezuko, more Nezuko.
We
Draw her
want
with different outfits. We want to sell more cosplay stuff.
every Hashirama to. Oh my god, what is this? Please stop. I accidentally opened my wallpaper engine, and it just decided it was going to start playing music.
Well, I didn't hear anything, so
It wasn't coming through. It was only coming through here. No, but yeah, dude. I would not be surprised if they have like a spin-off for every single Hashirama. Like the backstory of every single flame pillar, dude. That shit would be nuts. That'd be
dude.
good. I want to see that now. I'm falling into the pattern.
Bryce, this is the kind of thinking that makes it's okay for Demon Slayer to just print money.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to tell them not to. I love the stuff they're putting out, so.
I will say I do love me some Demon Slayer.
Dude.
Uh,
And see, people say that it's just carried by the animation. I just can't agree with that because I thoroughly enjoy it. Is the story like the most in-depth, like groundbreaking story? No. No, it isn't. But it doesn't have to be. Right? It's about
okay, so
enjoying it.
here's what I heard. This is like the most accurate assessment of Demon Slayer that I have heard. And it is that Demon Slayer, it is a shonen. It's pretty generic, pretty basic, but it does everything right. Like everything's done right. You know, it's not trying to be something it isn't. You know,
Yeah.
if we were to compare, it's like the Drew Brees of
Oh my
anime.
god.
You know, it's really good. It gets the job done, and it does everything right.
It just sneaks
It
up on
doesn't
you with
make a ton of
records.
mistakes. You know, it has cool jerseys.
Oh my god.
You know, and then it just breaks records, and you're like, well, how the heck is this breaking records? Because it is. For anybody who doesn't understand this, Bryce is a massive Drew Brees fan.
I'm a Saints fan.
You're a Saints simp.
You can't say that word.
Oh, that's true. We are on Twitch.
You just can't say that now.
I'm sorry. It is not in a degrading light. I'm using the phrase simp. It is.
In the most loving way possible.
It's in the most loving way, just to really like enthrall Bryce with his fanaticism of the New Orleans Saints.
Whatever, man. No, but that's that, man. That's all the news.
All right, we speed ran that news.
Not really. We're at an hour.
Not
It's
quite.
it's 58 minutes now, and it's after 10 o'clock. I like this
True.
wallpaper I just threw up, Rick, by the way, since we were talking about it.
Pretty clean.
Yeah, man, wallpaper
It's
engine's great. Once you get a PC, I'll walk you through the wonders of wallpaper engine.
Yeah.
I got some One Piece ones, probably. Hold on. Let me open it back up.
Oh, you think they'll have One Piece ones?
I have a couple downloaded. Let's see, what do I got? Where are we? I got this one. This one's pretty cool. Should be flipping over. Let's see. What else do I have?
Yeah, this one's pretty cool.
I got this Gurren Lagann one. It's pretty cool. Simple. I got a lot of cool ones. What can I say?
Yeah, Kamina. Oh my gosh.
Kamina.
Number one husbando.
I don't know how old he is when he dies, man. That's
like 16, I believe.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
Wait, is it? Or is he 18?
I don't remember.
I felt like he was older because it almost seemed weird that he was like gonna be like in a relationship with Yoko.
I don't know. Don't ask me. I just downloaded a One Piece one. It should send over soon. I kind of like this, actually.
He was
kind of good. Oh, yes, it's kind of clean. Look at that.
I think I've seen this one before.
I like it.
It's pretty neat. It's got the brothers, all three of them.
On the left side, you might be able to see the audio. Yeah, you can see the audio on the left side of the screen, too. That's cool.
Yeah, so one thing I also found out recently was...
All right, make it quick, we're wrapping
So you know how... Oh, yeah. So you know how, like, everyone thinks that, like, it's plot convenience that Sabo was, like, just happened to be thrown in there after a certain event happens.
Yeah.
And, but if you look back and you remember Logtown when Dragon was there, there was also
what's crazy?
Drawn in the...
You know what's absolutely crazy to me? People are scaling Dragon to be the strongest character in One Piece when all people have ever seen him do is stop Logtown Smoker's sword from coming out of its sheath. That's all he's done. And people are scaling him to be, like, stronger than Prime Whitebeard.
True. But here's the thing. Like, I
don't know how you validate that.
Okay, so here, let me validate it real quick.
Okay.
So he's the most wanted criminal in the world.
Okay.
That insinuates that he has probably one of the highest bounties. And now bounties don't necessarily directly translate to power.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a pretty good indicator. It's not like, it's not like Shanks, who has like a 4 billion berry bounty. It's not like he's a pushover by any means.
Okay, what about this? What if they are trying to say a criminal is different than a pirate, right? Because he leads the Revolutionary Army. What if they're trying to like draw a line between pirate and criminal? Maybe he's the most wanted criminal. Maybe he's not the most wanted pirate. I mean, you only see wanted posters for pirates.
I don't know. I think he's the
And
most
that's
wanted
mainly
man.
because most of the show takes place around port cities and smaller islands.
I,
Right? But the
I
revolutionary
think it's
hideout is in a big desert, right? Or something like that? Or a mountain region or something like that. I don't remember. They only showed it like
um.
twice. When that flashback with Ivanko.
So it was on. It was on one island. They have moved their headquarters to uh Kamaland or
New
oh
Land?
uh no, because New Kamaland's impelled down level 5.5.
Oh, that's right.
Uh
I was just
no,
thinking
it's
time skip, so he went to Land.
Kamabaka Kingdom.
Yeah.
I think that's how you say it. Where Ivankov was like the queen of the queens,
So you're trying
so
to
to say.
say that
They
Sanji
moved
was
their
training on
headquarters
the same
there.
island that Dragon was on.
No, they moved after. Uh, they moved after.
They
There
moved
was
they
a
moved there after.
there was a certain event post Dressrosa that caused something to happen where they couldn't be on that island anymore, so they
Hmm.
picked up and they moved to Ivankov's island. And Ivankov's like essentially like if the Revolutionary Army was a pirate crew, it'd be like he'd be like a second or third division commander.
That's it? With how much shit they built up about him?
Ivan, a second or third division commander, that's like he's the like left hand man of Dragon.
Thought that would be first division.
First division commander would probably be Sabo.
That's so
Like
weird though. You're trying to say that he would put Sabo, who at the time didn't have a devil fruit, over the person who's been fighting with him for over 20 years or something like that?
dude, did you see Sabo's hockey in Dressrosa?
No?
Because I did. And now that I know more about hockey, it makes me know that he's even more dumb broken. I mean, Sabo was able to fight on par with Fujitora, who's an admiral, mind you.
That's because he's done nothing but train since he got separated from Luffy and Ace.
I get that. No, I completely get that.
He
And he was
probably
trained by
discovered
Dragon.
hockey, like,
I bet you Dragon taught it to him.
well, yeah,
Or
discovered
someone.
hockey. Well, remember, there's multiple ways you can learn hockey, right? You can be exposed to a mass amount of it, or you can figure it out on your own, right? Is that the way they explain it?
So it's willpower. So, like,
But I thought
you
that
can.
you had to be exposed to an extreme amount of it, like how Kobe learned it, and how Meppo learned it.
Well, like, okay, so Rayleigh, during the time skip or whatever you want to call it, uh, says like hockey can bloom in like under extreme circumstances and like extreme stress or uh high intensity circumstances. So like, let's say you're fighting and you have to fight like a Yonko, like your hockey can hit like a new level. It's like a you know uh your hockey can make like a jump in ability. Like, kind of because like your willpower is stronger, you're willing to like fight with
Okay,
some
but
of the
you
strongest
still
people.
you're talking about hockey that's already been trained and developed. I'm talking about brand new. Am I wrong? Kobe and Helmeppo were literally exposed to a mass amount of hockey. That's how they learned their bodies learned hockey.
No, Kobe, he was hit with like such a high stress situation that he was able to learn. Well,
That's
he
what I'm saying.
naturally like had observation hockey. I
Didn't
don't
he get
think it
hit
was
by
bec
Luffy's hockey? And that's what it was?
I don't think it was because he got hit by a certain amount of hockey. I just think that it was because Marineford was such a stressful situation for him. He was just watching so many people die on both sides that like it was eating away at him, and that it like awakened his hockey. And then so his his form of observation hockey was that he was hearing the thoughts and feelings of the soldiers who were dying. Which observation hockey is, in my opinion, one of the most interesting powers in anime.
I think you give observation hockey way too much credit.
It is a very in-depth it's a very in-depth power system, observation hockey.
One day I will debate observation hockey and a Sharingan with you. And I'm just telling you now.
Naruto first.
Yeah, no. I'm just telling you now, I will win. It's not even close. I'll either take the Sharingan or the Byakugan. I will win. It's cut and dry.
I mean, the Sharingan, I think, uses a little bit more magic and stuff like that.
I mean, I could use the Rinnegan, too. I might use the Rinnegan because it's a combination of Sharingan and
I don't know really what the Rinnegan is.
That's because you finished Naruto, but you need to watch Shippuden.
I know.
Shippuden's so good. Hot take, think Shippuden's better than original Naruto.
I thought original Naruto was kind of meh. And
you know what I think? So when people say original Naruto's better, is because they watched it as kids.
Yeah. And like the Zabuza arc is probably one of the.
You didn't like the Chunin exam?
I thought it was okay.
I think they tried. All right. I think one of the reasons that the Chunin exam in original Naruto isn't as good is because all of that shit is cliche now. Right? I mean, they pushed back the fight for Sasuke because Sasuke was running late. And then Sasuke shows up behind him. Now, back in the day when that first came out, that shit was probably heat, right? People were probably flipping their shit about it.
Yeah, but here's the thing. It's not like I've watched, like, a gaggle amount of anime to where that, you know...
I have.
I understand that.
I've watched a lot of anime.
You spent a good portion of your college career just...
80% of
nothing but curled up in that Saints blanket in your...
Hey, I was cutting weight hard, man. I didn't want to move.
True.
I was working when I was working out. If I was on the elliptical or the bike, I was watching anime still. I was on that grind.
But yeah. Anyway, I never even got to finish my thing about Sabo.
Well, save it because it's been over an hour and 10 minutes. So we'll get. Finish your thought.
This is a 10-second wrap up of it. There is a character who was drawn in at Marineford that has the same aesthetic as Sabo, like the top hat and the.
So he's about Luffy's age. So what, like 16.
It's so vague that it's hard to tell. And Sabo's 2 years older than Luffy.
I thought Sabo was the youngest.
No, Luffy's the youngest. That's why he couldn't keep up during all that stuff, because those guys were so much older and so much more mature.
Wait, I'm literally looking at this panel. Hold on. Come on, just open this panel. Look up what chapter that was.
Oh, Sabo's older than
No, I'm saying look up the Logtown chapter. By the way, Luffy should never have made it out of Logtown to begin with.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a stab and say like chapter 143. No. This is a Chopper flashback, so it's before this.
Well, so here's the thing, like, it is Sabo's aesthetic.
What chapter?
And
Tell me.
he sticks out pretty hard compared to like all the rest of the
What chapter?
um
Logtown was after Ardlong Park, right?
yeah, uh 98.
98?
Yeah. Logtown ends in chapter 100.
Okay.
And that's when they start the reverse mountain arc. And like that's kind of how like the prologue,
Okay,
so to
so
say, of One
Logtown
Piece.
starts in 98. Alright, here, let me put this on stream. Logtown starts in 98. That's when you see Irrelevant Chick. Don't remember her name. Alvida, that's
Alvida.
who, yeah.
Oh, she's
Irrelevancy at its
amazing.
finest.
That was when you saw her skinny.
Yeah. And then you meet the Smoker. And there Luffy's getting executed. Next chapter. Luffy dies. Luffy should be dead here.
I also heard that it's possible that Dragon has the Uranus devil fruit. Or the devil fruit, the storm fruit or whatever.
And he
And it's
saved
the
him. That would make
ancient
a lot more
weapon
sense than this shit.
and it's the ancient weapon Uranus.
Hmm.
Which actually would make a lot of sense, in my opinion.
Alright, hold on. I'm gonna wait for the stream to catch up to where I am.
Is it in chapter 99? Guys, or
So the stream should be caught up now. I'm gonna go slowly down, panel by panel, until we see him show up. There's the buggy mobile.
did you find it or
I'm still scrolling. Are you not watching stream? Oh, here's where Zoro absolutely destroys her. It's because I'm a woman? No, it's because you're weak. Yeah. There's Smokey beating him up.
dude when he dogged on Tashigi and
He,
Punk
he
Hazard
really did, dude.
because she's like, you don't have hockey, you're not strong enough, and he's like, bruh, I can beat a Logia without hockey.
All right, boom. It should be caught up now, right?
There's Dragon.
Yeah. Look at the stream.
Yeah.
Boom. Looks like your luck's come to an end, or perhaps not. Okay. Panel. I don't see him. Am I missing something here?
No, he's not in this one. He's in a different panel. Like he's around, like he's not directly next to Dragon, but he's around Logtown. Which
What? Was that chapter 98?
I don't know. I've gotta go back and look. It might be 97.
Well, 97 is when they get to Logtown, isn't it? Is it like is he actually the main point, or is he just in the crowd somewhere?
No, he's not the main point, but like he's a character in the background.
Oh my
So
god.
but I know what they look like. So or the panels look like because I saw them on Google.
Can I get a
Oh,
reference point?
it's in 90. It's in 98. Page 19, top left hand corner.
Page 19. What does page 19 look like?
Um, it's like so. Page 19 is like when Luffy's got his head and arms in the is that thing called a guillotine?
One of the guillotines what cuts. It's just, yeah, just ignore it.
Whatever. It's that page.
What's he
Um,
saying?
so are you on it? So
I'm trying to find. Well, the colored version doesn't have pages. I don't want to count. I guess I
hold on,
could.
slow down.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 19 is the end of the chapter.
Um, Scroll up. Chapter 98.
Panel 19?
Oh, it's page 19 because it has. Okay,
Up or
so
down from where I am?
so Luffy's on the execution scaffold. Is the last words in that chapter.
Luffy's on the X. Okay, so he's on the actual words.
Luffy's on the execution scaffold. That was
Oh,
said
I
by
think I might be in the
either.
wrong chapter. Am I 90? I'm in 99. Okay. Okay, I can do that now. Cool.
Yeah, you're a chapter ahead.
But if you were watching the stream, you could have told me that.
I couldn't tell what chapter you were on. I am watching the screen. So it's like the last page of the chapter.
That person? That
That's
does
it.
not look like Sabo.
Scroll up. The little top hat and the black jacket.
Right there? That does not look like Sabo.
Dude, in black and white, he is the only person. What do you mean that doesn't look like Sabo? Look at a picture of Sabo when he first shows up. He's got that black top hat, similar to what he wore in the flashback arc.
Dressrosa.
And he sticks out like a sore thumb in the black and white version. And the colored
He doesn't
version,
have a pipe on his back. That's literally a dead giveaway.
okay, he doesn't have the pipe on his back, but that's literally the only thing. I think there was another one, but I haven't found it.
I mean, yeah, it looks like him a bit. I need to stop freaking out. Thank you. It looks like him a bit, man, but I don't know if that's for sure him.
Go
Cause
look at
look,
the
they
black
got.
and white version because he looks like a
I
sore thumb in the
don't
in
want
the.
to pull up the black and white version.
Let me see if there's the other one because there was two that like they said were there were two panels that apparently it looked like Sabo was in. But I can't find the other one.
If that's the only one you got, that's not good.
Wait, let me look. Um I mean, it's hard when I've seen them on like Google and stuff, but I can't quite find them. The When I'm just scrolling through.
Sounds like you're making stuff up.
I'm not making it up. Wait. Okay, so there's a panel where Buggy says, "Any last words? Might as well make the most of this large crowd."
Okay, that's 99. I was looking at that.
Is that 99?
Yeah. Um. Just let you go, idiot. Yada yada yada. Any last words? Yeah. Okay, I got it. What am I looking for?
Where's it at?
Middle of 99, right before he says, "I'll be the king of the pirates."
Oh, so if you look at that panel, the guy in the front is wearing the same top hat and
You
coat.
expect me to believe he moved all the way to the front from the absolute back? That? That does not look like a top. Dude, that's a bigger stretch than the other one.
What? He's wearing that's obviously a top hat.
Are you looking at the same thing I am?
I'm looking at the black and white
I'm
on my
not. I'm looking at the colored version.
then zoom in. Use
Okay.
your
Dude, like maybe.
zoom in. Like
I
I can't
did.
see it. How can you not say that that's not a top hat?
I'm saying that's not Sabo. Could be a top hat. I don't think it's Sabo.
Okay, so you're saying that that has zero. Like
No, I'm not saying
I'm
zero. I'm just saying I
I'm
don't
not
think that's Sabo.
I'm not saying this is a perfect like representation of Sabo, but it has a similar aesthetic. And
Here's
Dragon
the
was
thing
in the
for me,
area.
right?
He's the right hand man of Dragon.
All right,
So
here's the thing
if
though. If it
Dragon
was
was there,
Sabo, and Sabo obviously still has affection for Luffy, he would have done something.
do you remember the explanation? Sabo had amnesia until he read the journal article about Ace dying, and then that jogged all his memory back about
I'm not
Luffy,
that far.
Ace. Uh, that was Dressrosa.
I didn't finish
They
Dressrosa.
they talked about it in the Coliseum.
I haven't met Sabo.
So you keep lying to me on where you're at.
No, I literally
No,
am.
you said they were climbing up an elephant the last time I asked you.
Did I?
Yes.
I don't. I might have been making shit up. Um, Fuck, dude. Let me pull up Hulu. I don't even know how fucking far I am. And my language is really going to shit.
It's not like anybody's gonna be watching this at hour 24.
Maybe.
Guys, if you
If you're
guys
still
want to know
here,
what
man,
this
thanks.
this is this is honestly what it's kind of like after we, stop recording and we just kind of talk.
Pretty much.
Plus, there's a little bit of maybe some editing, maybe some, just
Definitely more
straight
editing than
banter.
usual. Alright, so episode A Big Surprise, the true identity of Big Surprise. Oh. Um Let's see. After Ricky reveals himself to be Riku Dolda the Third. Yeah, okay. So the toy soldier just revealed who he was. Um,
And so, jeepers.
Dude, the Coliseum fights could have been so good, but they were so boring.
Dude, I loved the Coliseum.
They were
Can't,
boring. They dragged. The pacing was terrible. They tried to introduce so many characters.
dude, there was so much. It, I thought it was good. I like the Coliseum. I hate Rebecca.
I don't think Rebecca's that bad.
Oh, she's awful.
From
She's
what I've seen,
terrible.
I don't think she's that bad.
I I'm gonna. So here's what I don't get. So she fights in the Coliseum. She just parries people's
Yeah, she
attacks
parries and
and
kicks him into the
allows them
water.
to fall into piranha infested water where they will be eaten alive.
Most of them aren't, though.
Sh- Okay. I mean, she's still like,
She is going to not hurt anybody herself. She's just going to throw them into the water that they could die in. It wasn't piranhas, wasn't it bull sharks or something?
it
Or,
was okay. It was essentially giant piranhas
they were sharks.
or something.
The things that were on the bridge that destroyed the bridge.
Yeah, they.
I don't remember
I
what the
don't know
hell they
what they
were.
were. Do you know how long ago it's been since I was in Dressrosa?
You know how long ago it's been since I was in Dressrosa?
Well, more recently than I have.
Shit, dude, I don't even know. That's when I watched an episode of One Piece. You can't tell me the Dressrosa pacing is good.
Oh, it's bad. I agree. It's the pacing of Dressrosa is bad. I personally liked Whole Cake better
I
than
have to get to
Dressrosa.
Whole Cake. I'll tell you what. When you pick Bleach back up, I'll pick One Piece back up.
And we got all these deals going on.
One of them's gonna happen.
Uh, well, so let me see. I
Also,
gotta
you
check.
said you thought you were a third through Bleach. I don't
What?
think that. You said you think you were a third through Bleach?
Of canon.
Let me do some quick math. So you're on episode
110.
110. Oh yeah. Well, that's because you skipped all that.
I want to watch Bleach. I don't want to watch Anime Studio pretending to be
Okay.
Bleach.
Well, I have to count only or only canon episodes up to that point. So, fuck. I don't want.
Which,
I'm not doing this math right now. I refuse. This is too much math for me to do. My brain is dead. I refuse. Sure, I'll give you a third. I'm not doing the math. In theory, you're a third through the entire show. Because you're 100 and there's 366 episodes. Fuck it,
yeah.
dude. I'll give it to you. Sure, you're a third. The Waco Mundo arc is longer than Soul Society. It's also... No, it's not my favorite. Fullbringer is my favorite. Which is that's a hot take because people hate the Fullbringer arc.
Yeah. Like I've said on multiple occasions, Soul Society is not saying that it's always, but a lot of people it's their favorite arc that's animated.
Yeah, but it's not mine. It's not Zach's either. Might be Tanner's because Tanner's got a small brain.
The Thousand Year Blood War, isn't that like stupid long, like 180 chapters?
All right, so I'll give my thoughts briefly on the Thousand Year Blood War. So Tite Kubo was forced to rush the Thousand Year Blood War because he didn't like the way that he was being forced to do it from the studio. He didn't like the way Jump was forcing him to do it. And he did all of it by hand, like a lot of mangaka do. So I think he tore something in his shoulder. So he had major health issues. Plus, he didn't like the way that Jump was forcing him to do it. So that's why it didn't get done the way he wanted it to. Now, that's why it also has 3 light novels. The newest one came out yesterday. There are rumors that he is going to take an active role in the anime to make it get the ending he wanted it to have. I really hope it does.
So if you're saying that he rushed it, wasn't it like 180 chapters though?
Yeah, imagine if... How many chapters is Wano right now?
Uh,
Estimate.
100, 110.
Let me put it this way. How many chapters do you think Wano is going to go?
What was it? Like 160?
Imagine if he had to do that in 80 chapters. Or 70 chapters.
Would not be that great.
Exactly.
Not gonna lie.
But the concept, the story, and everything would still be there, right? So there would be a lot of driving points. There'd be a lot of good stuff still. But you wouldn't feel as completed. That's essentially what happened. He planned out
Oh shoot.
what?
It's like 262 chapters?
Thousand Year Blood War?
Yeah.
Yeah. He planned it to be a long thing, right? Not one arc. It was going to be multiple arcs. But he had to condense everything. Tite Kubo had planned this to go for a long time, right? It wasn't supposed to end when it did. But Jump didn't like that. You also got to realize that.
Do you think he would, if Jump wouldn't have pressured him and did all that? Do you think he would have? He would still be writing?
I don't know, because he also had health problems.
Yeah, like
In a perfect world, yeah, I think he'd still be. I don't know if he'd still be writing it, but he would have been writing it for a long time after when the manga ended.
you're telling me it's not gonna get the Berserk treatment where it drops a chapter or two,
I fucking hope not.
like every
Well, what they're doing is they're
6
dropping
months?
light novels, right? These light novels, they're called Can't Fear Your Own World. Can't Fear Your Own World, and they're canon. They're canon everything after the events of the Thousand Year Blood War arc. And it also goes in depth about a lot of things in the Thousand Year Blood War arc, before the Thousand Year Blood War arc. This is all stuff that Tite Kubo wanted to put in, but he could not do it. So, I think that the anime is going to take the manga, the light novels, and Tite Kubo's direction and make it what he wanted it to be. Does that make sense?
Hopefully.
Hopefully. I know that if he doesn't, there are a lot of people that are going to be very upset.
Yeah. Which, so
Rightfully so.
Yeah.
I mean, they've had this long.
260 chapters for 260 chapters of a war arc. That's nuts.
Well, it's not just a war arc. They call it the Thousand Year Blood War, but that's kind of like calling it Naruto Shippuden, right? Shippuden's kind of one big arc, but there are separate individual arcs in it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So the anime could come out being called Bleach: The Thousand Year Blood War, but it'll encompass everything inside of it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff in there. Without giving you spoilers, So, I don't know if you remember, they touched on... You might not have got that far. Squad Zero. They go into the story of the Quincy's a lot more. Ichigo's mom and dad a lot more. Aizen a lot more. There's a lot of stuff that goes super in-depth on. That makes a lot more sense than it does in the anime by itself.
So here's the thing that I like. So I feel like the Quincy's. Now you say they go into it. I've not feared, but I've thought about like, is Bleach gonna give the Quincy's the same treatment that One Piece gave bounty hunters?
No.
Because essentially,
no, they are not.
Zoro joins Luffy, he becomes a pirate, and
no,
the only other bounty hunters we see that are canon are Johnny and Yosaku.
No.
And Baroque Works.
No. More similar to Baroque Works, but not a joke. Because if you're not in the top 5 of Baroque Works, you're kind of a pushover, right?
Well, I mean, you got to think about it from perspective. Early Grand Line, you're pretty strong, but like New World,
I'm talking end
fodder.
Of show, because that's what this is. This is end of series level stuff.
Yeah.
No. The Quincy's. I'm gonna stop.
Yeah. Literally, the only 2 people in Baroque Works outside of Crocodile that matter after Alabasta are Bon Clay and Daz Bones.
Bon Clay,
and a little bit of Mr.
greatest character
3
in One Piece.
Bon Clay.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna argue because I love Bon Clay.
Bon Clay is my favorite character. Second is Trafalgar. But if I say Trafalgar, I'm a fanboy for Trafalgar, and I'm not.
Yeah. Um, Bon Clay's amazing, dude. Impel Down. Just thinking back on it, it was just so good.
Yeah, I still
Like I
prefer
swear, it's
Saba Odi.
you prefer Impel Down to Sabaody
No,
or
I
the
prefer
other way
Saba Odi
around?
to Impel Down.
Sabaody was just so great and it was so fast.
But if they would have drug it out, it would have been trash.
Yeah,
Like
it
if
was
its
great for
pacing
what it
was anything
was.
besides what it was, it would have been trash.
Well, you're telling me if Sabaody got the Dressrosa treatment,
I would have dropped it in Saba Odi. Not even gonna lie.
dude, Sabaody and Return to Sabaody both were lit. Punching St. Charles in the face. Oh,
All right, we're gonna
dude,
wrap because it's almost been hour and 40 minutes, and the last 45 minutes have been bullshit.
yeah. Straight up what we usually do at the end of
Yeah, it's
like
not even
record.
entertaining. I'm sure.
You might as well just tag this as behind the scenes.
I'm not editing
Like
for this. It's posting straight to YouTube.
that's perfectly fine.
I'm not editing it. I
You know
am
what?
too
Let's just
tired and have no energy to do it.
honestly, if we're just gonna stream these, we should do like bare minimum edits, and for the most part, it should only be like huge blunders. Like
I'm not
if
editing
there's a
anything.
technical
It's live.
failure or something.
Well, yeah. But now I'm the only edits I'm gonna do and transitions and stuff are the stuff I do where I throw it to looking at a random tree like that. Random tree. Go back.
You gotta understand, like the stream is about 10 seconds behind you.
That's all right. Random tree. It's
That's
a
not a
wallpaper.
tree. That was a lot of trees.
Yeah. He was only looking at one though.
No.
All right. Join us next week where Nick doesn't spoil the Demon Slayer movie, and we talk about character introductions and entrances and things like that.
Join
If you're
us
still
next
watching at
week
this
where
point,
join us next week where Nick will be fangirling all over the Demon Slayer
join
movie.
us next week where I kick Nick out of the Discord call and ban him from the Discord server. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed.
All
Follow
right.
us on Twitter. We're still on Twitch. We're on Twitter too, but I don't use our Twitter. Uh, on our Twitch, it's still my personal Twitch right now, so twitch.tv/mesto83, mesto_83. Or check us out on YouTube at youtube.com/notmadeinjapan. I don't know if that's our actual URL. Close enough, though. You can Google it.
Well, just search it in YouTube because Google does not give us the benefit of the doubt.
That's true. It's true.